Hi, I'm Morgan.
I'm Harrison. This is Morgan Please, and we travel even though we're completely broke.
Today we are still in Romania and we're going on a big hike to this mountain range. And we're hiking to this cabin up in the mountains.
Today's going to be a huge hiking day, and we technically already started our hike because we had to walk 40 minutes here to the train station, and then once we get off this train station, then we got to walk a whole hour before we even get to the start of our hike. And the hike's supposed to take, according to online and many people we messaged, around 5 to 6 hours, but we film at the same time, so it's probably going to take longer. And then we have to walk an hour back to the train station, and then from there another 40 minutes to get back home. So lots of walking and lots of hiking that I don't know if we're completely prepped for.
I've been really nervous about this hike because I don't know if I'm physically fit enough. It's been a long time since we've done such a big hike. I'm just a little bit nervous, but Harrison convinced me to do it anyway, so we're gonna do it. And you can't go to Transylvania and not enjoy the beautiful mountains and forests. Oh, by the way, we are not house sitting here in Transylvania because I know a lot of people know us as house sitters. We house sit around the world. That's part of how we can afford this, but we're not house sitting, so we have the whole day, no dog or cat to worry about. So that's why we can do such a big day trip thing.
Speaking of not having a house sit, we had to pay for our accommodation. So in the bottom right corner, you're gonna see a little ticker. That ticker is how much money we spend throughout the trip. We're very transparent about what we spend, us being a budget travel channel. And so you're gonna see that ticker go up right now. It's gonna include things like groceries,
Airbnb, not our flights, where you counted that.
Right, and anything that we haven't already included yet. Speaking of the budget, we might as well just add our train ticket prices right now as well. Very cheap.
Pretty rad.
Very cheap.
About $1 each, which is amazing.
Yeah, like I don't think we've ever had cheaper train prices. It's pretty incredible.
I'm very excited about it. We're talking on a completely silent train, so we're gonna stop now and we're just gonna go. So we'll see you once we get there. Bye.
See ya. Alright, so here we are at the start of the hike. We ended up taking a taxi here because it was so cheap. It cost us 20 RON, which is about €5. It would actually cost you 15, but we just gave him a $5 tip. I didn't have any fives. Super interesting to think about how the train is half the price to go like so long into another town than the taxi it took to get here, which is only like a 7-minute ride, but would have been an hour walk. So we saved ourselves a ton of time doing that. You want to just go on this walk, Morgan? I don't got much else to say.
Sure.
Okay. All right, come on. Oh, my ankle. Oh, God.
Stop.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Oh, no. Come on. What the hell was that?
I'm in trouble. All right, well, we are already lost. So we're not entirely sure where we're going. I left the planning up to Harrison for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but he doesn't know what marker we should be following. So
It's the yellow and white one.
Yeah, you're just guessing. We don't know.
No, I know.
Are you sure about that?
So we're just following a random marker, yellow and white one / sometimes red, and we're just hoping for the best here. So our title of this video might be Lost in the Romanian Carpathian Mountains. I don't know. We'll see. Not clickbait.
We're not lost. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we're just gonna hope we're going the right way. If we're going up, at least. That's something. We hear hikers, so hopefully they'll pass us because we're really slow, and then we can ask them. All right, let's keep going. So we made some nice Israeli friends on the trail. We're all lost together, I think. So we'll make a day somehow. He's huge.
Hi, there's another one.
Oh my God.
So
He looks so wolfy. Hello. So on the mountain here, there are a bunch of sheep and shepherding dogs. Look at him, he's just like a wolf in the Transylvania countryside. It's so cool. Look at all these werewolves hanging around. And check out his collar. It's like a piece of wood. Hi. He's so cute. There's a whole bunch of them just hanging around. Come back. Come back. Look at that one. Whoa.
So magical.
Come here.
This is very cute.
Yes, he's so fuzzy. Think you have food. They smell it. They know we have sandwiches. Alright, so we made it what I think is about a little more than halfway up to the mountain. We have made it to this open clearing. It is so beautiful. As you can see, there's cows and there's dogs, and it's just stunningly beautiful. We talked to some people, and from this point on, apparently it's way easier to get to the cabin that we're heading to. So hopefully that's true. But this is so pretty, so I think this would be a good place for some droning and a photo shoot. So let's do that. Oh yes, our friends are still waiting for us very patiently. Okay, so after all that, we're still in the same spot, but finally we are moving on. I think we're done photo shooting, so we can move on to actually maybe start to finish this hike. Our friends who are with us, we urge them to move along because it takes us for freaking ever to film because we want to be all fancy and professional as much as we can. Sometimes we feel a little guilty about traveling with people because we know we're going to slow them down. So they went right along, rightfully so, and we'll meet them at the top maybe. But there's so many nice people here climbing the mountain. We met a lot of really nice hikers who are super friendly, some Romanians, people from all over the world. So you won't be alone here, at least not if you come in the summer, because we're here in August. So you're not alone with people, and you are not alone with bears. We didn't mention this, but there are bears around here. I'm not sure how frequently they will come out, but yeah, maybe you should make a lot of noise so you can scare them away. So there are bears, vampires, and wolves lurking about. So be careful in Transylvania. Come on, let's keep going. Whoa. You're actually freaking me out. Looks like it's gonna hit your face. Stop, enough. Stop. He's like, miss, excuse me, I am working right now. Please go along. Okay, sir. Okay. Oh my god, look, he's following. So cute. This is heaven, all these puppies on the mountain.
So right now we're hearing this guy yell all the way down this hill to another guy. You probably can't hear the other guy, but you can probably hear the guy close to us. And it's just like this cool little magical like mountain yelling. I know they're probably just talking to each other, but
he's got a mountain hat on too. We're not going to show him. We're not going to film him, obviously. But
no, yeah.
He looks like a mountaineer.
It feels like we're really in Romania with that. You know what I mean? Like it's really cool.
Guys, we finally made it to the cabin. It's right behind me. From this point, you could go up higher to the ridge of the mountain. That would be another hour and a half or so, they say, but much longer for us, I'm sure. But we're not going to do that because we have a train to catch later around 6 or 7, so we don't want to miss it. So from the beginning of the hike at Botarog Fountain, it took us 4 hours to get to the cabin. It would probably take any other people way less time because we took a lot of time to relax and film. If you're not doing all that, it should actually take you the 2.5 to 3 hours or something like that. Maybe 2 to 2.5 even. Depends how fast you are. We saw a lot of people motoring right by us, lots of kids. Kids are always so good at climbing, aren't they? They're so fast. So we arrived, we're gonna eat some food, get some shots, and yay, we made it! Woohoo!
Eyes glow like two fires, movement so graceful. Wildcat in the jungle with dangerous claws. Movement she anticipates, a sight is set on her prey. Like stars in the darkest night, crystallize, fascinate. If you wanna stay alive, if you don't wanna be her prey, don't stand in her way. Run, run, run away. Crystallize, 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 watching her prey.
So even though I did bring my own food, I said, screw that. I'm getting some hot soup. So I got hot vegetable soup with some bread. Cost 9 lei. Not bad. It's like $2. They have a bunch of other soups. They have like meat soups, and they also have some sausages, and I saw someone with a noodle dish that had meat in it as well. They also have some desserts. I think it was apple pie. So they have that too. Just wanted to get this though, and couldn't really get the meat stuff anyway because we're vegetarian. Pretty good. So we got to the top, but we're not done yet because we got to go to the gorge. The gorge is a little bit out of the way for us because we got to get back to the Zarnesti train station, but we're actually walking away from it, and then we're going to take a really long walk or an Uber or a taxi to somehow get back to the train station before the last train to get back to Brasov. So we got to go and hurry up. Come on.
So I can't turn around right now, but we have a friend following us. Every time we look back at him, he stops. But he is following us all the way down the mountain. So we're gonna look back in 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's such a sweet baby. Okay, come on, let's go a little bit further. Let's see if he keeps doing it. 1, 2, 3. Oh. All right, let's go. Let's try it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. All right, so we're just gonna keep going with our companion. Okay, update. The dog that was following us got switched out with a different dog. So this is a new dog we met, and now he's following us. I think that they think they're herding us, which I guess they kind of are. So we're just letting ourselves be herded by these super cute dogs. And also, we're only apparently
30 minutes written in Sharpie, so you know it's real.
Yeah, it's legit. So we are now apparently 30 minutes away from the gorge. There's our friend.
He's coming. There he is. Oh.
We have 2 dog companions, dude. So we finally made it to ground. We were out of the woods. It took about an hour to get down from the cabin following the yellow dot trail with the white circle. That was terrifying. We didn't record a lot of our descent because there was nobody around and just all this forest. And it was so quiet. And I just kept thinking about how there's bears here. The mountain went up and like this way around us so they could like sneak attack us from any angle. I was a little bit scared, but we made it to the gorge thingy. It's right down there. It's already looking beautiful. Harrison got a nice shot when we were a little bit higher. So let's go take a look at the beautiful gorge.
So this place is super beautiful. It reminds me of something back home. A smaller version of this would be Purgatory Chasm at home in Massachusetts, but this is way better. I mean, it's 100 times bigger. Our day is coming to an end. It's 5:20. We've been out for like 11 hours. We got a ways to walk back, maybe about 2 hours before we hit the train station, and then we got to actually wait on the train ride to get back home. So it's gonna be like a 15 hour day. So let's hurry back so we don't miss our train and so we can actually finally rest. I'm tired. Let's go. Come on.
So we made it home. That was exhausting. When we last left off, I think we had like 2 hours left to walk before we got to the town. So we did that. We walked from the end of that trail where the gorge is to the town of Zarnesti, where we just caught the bus to Brasov in time. We got to Brasov and then we had to walk around 40 minutes back to our Airbnb with a pit stop for juice and chocolate. So we made it back to our Airbnb. My thighs hurt.
I'm just,
sunburnt beyond belief.
Yeah, we're really sunburned. Poor Harrison.
Oy.
I think my nose is pretty sunburnt, but I'm not as bad as you. But that was really fun. I'm surprised I had it in me to do a hike. It wasn't as bad as I thought. The hike seems pretty intimidating, but it's legitimately not too bad. If you are even a beginner hiker, you'll be totally fine. Like I said earlier, if we weren't filming, we could have done it pretty quickly. People were passing us left and right, all sorts of ages and abilities, so.
No, absolutely. And it took us 4 hours to go up, and that was with filming, but to come down, it was only like an hour and a half.
But it was a different trail, so it's not apples to apples.
That's true.
But yeah, that was extremely beautiful. The mountains in Transylvania, we couldn't leave without going to them, right? Without seeing this beautiful nature. And with the risk of sounding super cheesy, it was really like invigorating just be in nature and hike and get that really great exercise. And the views are so great and you're alone in nature and yeah, I don't know. You know how it is.
That's something we like to do a lot when we're at home is hiking. And this trip so far, we've kind of been in cities for the most part.
Walking a lot, but in cities
right.
and roads, yeah.
And so it's the first time in like months that we've been in the middle of the woods and you can't really hear any noise pollution from towns or anything like that. True. So it was very, very calming.
Anyway, we are exhausted. We have been up since 5:30 a.m. this morning, and I think it's about time we go to bed. So thank you for watching, and please hit subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.
See ya.